A Springdale man was murdered nearly 6 years ago, and today there are still questions surrounding the case that remain unanswered. The Springdale Police Department says officers found Ed Abel not breathing inside his home in August of 2013. Abel was taken to the Northwest Medical Center where he later died from his injuries, including a stab wound to the abdomen. A week later, police arrested 2 men in Virginia for the murder, and they were extradited back to Arkansas. The case pretty much went cold after that, leaving many people with a question. What happened to the people responsible for Ed Abel's death? I went to find out in this week's You Ask, We Investigate report.
I won't say it wasn't covered, but it certainly wasn't covered as prominently as other cases were.
The murder of Ed Abel was the first homicide case Nathan Smith handled as Benton County prosecuting attorney.
This case took place when a lot of other cases were going to trial that were very, noteworthy and in the news, and so some cases can get, less coverage than others.
And the lack of coverage left those who knew Abel with a lot of questions. Perhaps the biggest: what happened to the people responsible for his death?
There's a kind of a cast of characters involved in this.
The 2 main people, John Guerra and James Smith.
Mr. Guerra pled guilty to capital murder and was sentenced to life in prison. Mr. Smith pled guilty to murder in the first degree and received a term of 30 years in prison.
Guerra and Smith are now serving in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. Nathan Smith says Abel and his family got the justice they deserve.
This can't be something that we as a society tolerate, and so I think it was important in this case to give stiff prison sentences to the men involved.
Prosecutor Nathan Smith tells me Guerra and Smith did not act alone. There are 2 to 3 other people who had minor involvement with the murder. He says they were sent to prison or placed on probation. If there's something in your community that you want to know more about, we want to investigate it. Send your questions to me at the email address on your screen or on social media, and watch KNWA every Wednesday to see my You Ask, We Investigate report.